Hello everyone and welcome back to SaiyanSquabbles. I am Papa Ping Pong here to bring you yet another deck profile. So today I wanted to bring a leader that has not seen play in quite some time, but I think can be a decent rogue strategy, and with the new stuff coming out for set 9, I think might be more meta relevant going forward. So today I have the red Frieza from Clash of Fates. So his active main is once per turn, choose one card from your life and add it to your hand. Search the top 2 cards of your deck for one Frieza's army, or one red Frieza's army, and then add that to your hand, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. And then when your life's at 4 or less, you draw one card, restand one energy, and flip them over. So then we got Frieza Metamorphic Threat, When this card attacks, draw one card, and then once per turn, choose one Frieza's army in your battle, or one red Frieza's army in your battle area, KO it, then place one card from your hand in the drop area, and he gets plus 5k till the end of your opponent's next turn. So it becomes a 20k on the swing, and he gets an extra 5k against your opponent's leader, which could be very relevant against the baby matchup, because that extra 5k could go a very long ways. So that's the leader. Let's go into the deck. So first off, we'll start off with the red. We got 4 Strike Force Jace, just your life's at 5 or less if your leader card is a red Frieza's army, gets plus 10k and draw one card. We got 2 Dodoria the Expendable. So this is a blocker, and when this card is KO'd, choose up to one red Frieza card with the energy cost 2 or less from your hand, then play it. Then we got one of my favorite cards in the deck, Zarbon Hidden Potential. When this card is KO'd, so basically by your leader effect, draw one card, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 15k power for the duration of the turn. Not a lot of stuff with barrier running around, so that's an easy pop for minus 15k. And also with Dodoria the Expendable, if he gets KO'd, you can play this guy off of him. So alright, next up we got our red Frieza chain, starting off with the 1-drop. Frieza Overturn a Battle. So we swap 2 for a red Frieza. Excuse me. And when you play this card from your hand, choose up to one of your red leader cards or battle cards other than this card. It's plus 5k for the duration of the turn. So if it is later game, if you really want to, or mid-late game, you can just play one for 1 cost and then give your leader an extra 5k on his awakened side, so he's 25 on the swing. Just base, so if you really wanted to. But then you are going to swap him into Evolutionary Process Frieza. So he swapped 3 for 1 red, and he's a red Frieza, for a red Frieza. And permanent, which I think was honestly pointless. During your opponent's turn, this card gets minus 5k power. So basically it's saying don't swing when you play this guy. Luckily, since we are playing red-yellow, you're not going to be playing something turn 1 anyway, so you get this guy out turn 2, but you can swing and then he's going into your hand. For the next card, which is Frieza Storm of Blows, one of my favorite cards in the deck. So he's Barrier, swap 5 for 2 red. When you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with 20k power or less and KO it. So pretty good spot removal, and it is Barrier, so it should be safe for while it's on the field during your your opponent's second/third turn before you go into the next part of the chain, which is the 5-drop Final Showdown Frieza. So he's got critical and double strike, which is already ridiculous in of itself. And then auto once per turn, when your opponent declares to play a battle card or activate a skill that puts a battle card into play. So basically playing a card. If your leader is red Frieza's army, you may choose one card from your life and place it in your drop area. If you do, the battle card is played with its skills negated for the duration of the turn. So basically, it's called Bloodlust, but you're critting a life, which is really good because it gets around Deflect, because it is not a counterplay skill. And with this deck, we're being super defensive, so you should always have the extra life to do that effect. And you should be getting this guy out turn 3, so So next, going on to the red extra cards, run 1 Beerus Ball. Again, we're having a lot of extra life, so you're going to play it to take a life from your hand, and then if your opponent's playing something with 15k or less, it's placed in the drop area, and your leader gets plus 5k. So basically, he'll be 25k on the back during your opponent's turn if you choose to play it from your hand. So it can be played for the 1 cost, or you can take a life if you have a multicolor in your energy. Next up, we got 2 After Image, Sparking 5, Counterattack. Something you have gets plus 40, and something your opponent has gets minus 10. So, come on. Next up, we got Frieza Spaceship. This card I'm thinking about taking out. It's not super vital to the strategy, but we'll see going forward. So, it's a field card. At the end of your turn, just up to 1 red Frieza's army with energy cost 2 or less, and you play it, then you draw 1 card if you did something with that skill. So it's really nice if you want to get maybe another chain going. It's pretty much to get maybe a second of the red 5-drop Friezas out, or to get your blockers out, or even the Zarbons. Now moving on to the yellow, we got Godly Destruction Whis. There's a lot of stuff running around with Sensu Bean and like wanting to restand energy and stuff. So when you play him, you draw 1, and when your opponent restands an energy during their turn from a not-awakened skill, you choose 1 of their energy and place it in the drop area. So, that's pretty nice. Next up, 2 Avenging Frieza. When you play this card, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 Frieza's army with energy cost 2 or less and play it, and add it to your hand. So basically, you do this to get the pieces of your chain that you're missing. So, and it's combo fodder for Summer Rival. Then we got 2 Counterplay Champa the Trickster. So when you play this card, if a multicolored card is in your energy, it becomes a 2 cost. And then when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, switch it to rest mode, and then draw 1 card if it is your opponent's turn. So any big plays, if your opponent isn't already getting their skills negated from you creating your life, you still have the energy open. You can tap 2, play this guy, and put whatever secondary big boss monster they have in rest mode. Then, one of my favorite parts of having yellow in this deck, 3 Flying Nimbus. Everyone knows Flying Nimbus. You negate the attack, drop a yellow, then your opponent can only attack with 1 more battle card for the duration of the turn. So, that's why we only run 2 After Images. Then Cold Bloodlust. Everybody knows what Cold Bloodlust does. If your leader card is a Frieza's army, the battle card being played has skills negated. So, on top of you having the red Frieza 5-drop effect, you still have a Cold Bloodlust. So moving on to the multicolor, run 3 Whis Spectator. He just ignores energy exhaust if you already have a yellow red in play, and then when you play this card, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards and negate skills for the duration of the turn. So that's helpful if you're really wanting to maybe mitigate a blocker or something. Next up, we got 2 King Vegeta and Vegeta Royal Bloodline. So he's a rival red-yellow. When you play this card, draw 1 card, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode with energy cost 3 or less, and KO it. So he's nice spot removal, and the drawing is nice. So this is a placeholder because I have 2 cards on the way. This is supposed to be Beerus No Holds Barred, but again, I don't remember what I did with mine, and I have some extras on the way. But with the holidays, I don't actually know when they're going to be here. So. But Beerus No Holds Barred is a rival red-yellow, and when you play him, and he costs a red and yellow for a rival, and when you play him, you choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards. I think it's with 25k, it's 25k or 30k or less power and KO it, or choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, switch it to ignoring barriers, switch it to rest mode, and it cannot be switched to active mode during your opponent's next turn. So yeah, it's really good. It's probably one of the most defensive cards in the game right now. Then we got 2 Super Baby 2 Malicious Majesty. You're more than likely to get to turn 5 of this deck with how defensive it is. And he's got Deflect, Offering, and Active Battle once per turn. Choose 3 cards in your hand, place them in your drop area. Choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand. And then you choose your opponent's leader card and all their battle cards to get minus 20k and have all their non-keyword skills negated. So basically, he's basically a board wipe and a game finisher. You bring him in, you make your opponent's leader minus 20. or -5, and then you're probably going to be already have a 5-drop Frieza out on board. So, yeah, and offering is also just always nice. And last but definitely not least, we got the secret rare, Baby Janemba Corrupt Coalescence. So he's offering, and then active main for 2 red, 3 yellow. Your opponent may choose 3 cards from the life, place them in the drop area to negate this card's activation. And he's placed in the drop area instead. Otherwise, you choose up to one of your opponent's leader cards and it gets minus 30k for the duration of the turn. So, you play this, your opponent more than likely won't have 3 or more life. And you get offering, which they can choose to crit, but they probably won't because of his effect of giving them minus 30. And then you'll have enough, even these 5k freezes are now threats because they become basically 20ks against your opponent's leader. So, and that's pretty much a wrap. That would be the game ending, they scoop, yada yada. So that's going to do it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this is a little different. I do plan on doing 2 more deck profiles here soon, and then I'm going to be doing some more fighters videos, and I'm thinking about doing a new Xenoverse playthrough with some of my friends, and also getting maybe a Kingdom Hearts playthrough started of all the games, but I'll probably leave that for a discussion video, just an update maybe for some stuff I have planned. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and leave me any advice or criticism on this deck in the comment section below, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya!